Hi guys, welcome back. My name is Carla, and today I'm going to be uncovering 10 truths that people don't tell college students. And I totally get that we all have different experiences. Some of us have graduate degrees, some of us have decided to drop out. But whatever the case may be, I wanted to share my experience and perspective because I think it's important for young adults to know what they should expect before deciding on attending a college and also what they should expect after graduation. And so these truths that I'm going to be sharing are coming from me, someone who attended 3 different universities and changed my major in the midst of transferring schools. So with that, here's the first truth that college students or students about to enter college needs to hear, and this is by no means in any order, but the first truth is becoming organized. Yes, you may have heard your parents tell you this plenty of times before you went off to college, but I'm here to tell you once more. And the reason why you want to become organized while in college is because once you get into the real world and are asked to do a bunch of tasks, you're going to fail miserably if you're not organized. And when I say organized, I don't just mean folding your clothes and putting it away in the correct drawer. I mean, you also need to get organized with your academics and understand where you need to be at the right time and so on and so forth. You need to be organized in a way that you understand when certain projects or deadlines are due. When you get out into the real world, no one is going to be reminding you that you have a deadline to meet or that your presentation has to be completed by a certain date. You are expected to do that all on your own. And if you're not organized and you just try to remember everything on your own without writing things down in your calendar or putting it as a reminder on your phone, odds are you are going to drop the ball a few times. Number 2, every single penny that you take out in student loans is a penny that is going to hurt you when you're paying it back. And this is where a lot of students hurt themselves. I've seen a lot of my friends take out loans to help with their college lifestyle, meaning money to help them party or pay for their apartment. Crazy, right? I mean, college is expensive enough. And now you want to add more expenses that are not essential? Doesn't make sense to me. And on top of that, I've also had friends take extra credits just for fun, which obviously you can do, but it's going to cost you, and there's more efficient ways to do so. Colleges, of course, want your money. They want you to attend their school. They really don't care about your future finances or even your professional career. So they will encourage you to take those extra credits because it means, well, more money for them. So take out the bare minimum, and if you're able to work while going to school, it's only going to help you with your time management skills, but you are also going to be able to decrease your expenses and even start paying down some of your loans. One thing that absolutely helped me was becoming an RA, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a resident assistant. Maybe you've seen some if you lived in a dorm, but basically I got paid every 2 weeks a good amount of money to make sure that my residents were staying in line and not doing anything they weren't supposed to be doing. And with some schools, if you are an RA, they will pay for you to stay on campus and waive your dorm fee. But if that doesn't cut it for you, there's endless of other job opportunities you can partake in. Not to mention, later on, you can use that job as a reference when you apply to work for companies after graduation. Number 3, don't worry about pleasing your friends. You're going to have a lot of so-called friends who are going to ask you to go out every weekend or want to go on lavish trips for a spring break or winter break. And yeah, if they have the money to blow, let them. But if you are watching out for every penny, then don't feel like you have to break the bank to go with them. Listen, what people don't tell you is that the friends you make in college and even high school will probably not be at the top of your close friends list in 5 or 10 years. And it's not your fault. You just start to realize who your real friends are and who you want to spend your time with. As we get older, we start to learn more about ourselves, and we want to be more around people that influence us for the good, who challenges us to be better people. And hey, if you still have 1 or 2 people that you're close with, then I consider that to be a huge success. Number 4, network like crazy. Even if that means you need to set up bi-weekly or monthly coffee breaks with random professors or even the bookstore manager. You never know what you can learn from other people, and you never know who they may know. And if you don't already have LinkedIn, Make sure you get one because it's such a great platform to connect with others, especially if you don't live in close proximity to take them out for a coffee break. And one tip that I would highly recommend here is that you choose a professional picture. Don't use your Facebook or Instagram profile picture because odds are it won't be considered professional for a company recruiter. So make sure you network like crazy. And this brings me actually to number 5. In high school, everyone is so concerned about their GPA because that's one of the main factors that determine if you can get into the university you want to attend. And even in college, everyone is still so focused on their GPA. But here's the thing, companies do not care about GPAs. After I graduated college, not one of the 9 companies that I applied to asked for my transcripts or my GPA. You want to know what they asked instead? What experience do you have? What skill sets can you bring to the table? So unless you plan to go to grad school, your GPA is not as important as your experience. Now obviously, I'm not saying don't strive for a 4.0 GPA, but also don't be so hard on yourself if you fall below what you anticipated you would get as a GPA. Number 6, if you're fortunate enough to get an internship, whether paid or unpaid, treat it like a job. So often people treat internships as a joke, but what they don't realize is that internships could potentially turn into a full-time job offer. A lot of times these companies will bring the interns to not only help them gain experience, but the company is also looking out for themselves. They are looking to see if they can hire you full-time after graduation. With everything in life, do it wholeheartedly and put in your time, and the reward will surely pay off. Number 7, as you start to earn a little bit of income, either from working on campus or from your internship, make sure you're paying off your credit cards. I can't tell you how many people I knew in college who took advantage of their credit card and blew it up to the max and are still paying for their, let's just say, not so smart decisions. When you graduate college, and let's say you get offered a great job opportunity in another city, what does that mean? That's right, apartment hunting. And how exactly do you plan to apply for an apartment with bad credit? Your parents may not be willing to help you out, so treat that credit card as an emergency hotline. Don't abuse it because it'll hurt you in the long run. Number 8, and speaking of parents, if you are fortunate enough to live with your parents again after graduation, don't treat it as, oh, I can buy whatever I want because I'm saving money by living with my parents type of situation. Take advantage of this opportunity and pay off as much student debt as you possibly can, or save like crazy so that you can put a down payment towards your future home. Number 9, do not go to grad school because you are not ready for the real world, or because you haven't decided what it is you want to do with your life. So many people do this and it makes me want to pull my hair out because there are so many resources out there in the world that can help you discover what it is you want to do, or if you're not ready to face the real world, take time to yourself and get yourself ready for the real world. Why do you want to continue to pay money for something that you yourself are unsure of? Why do you want to put yourself into further debt? And last but not least, number 10, which is don't listen to the people who say, go do X, Y, and Z now while you can because this is the only time in your life that you're going to be able to do so. This is absolutely the worst mindset you can possibly have. Why not work hard now so that you can have a successful future where you can always do X, Y, and Z for the rest of your life? People always say, oh, after I graduate, I'm going to tour Asia or Europe because that's the only time in their life where they can do that. Well, picture this. You work hard, become an entrepreneur, and start your own business, and make enough money to travel as your job. And on top of that, when you travel, you are still earning money. I don't know about you, but I prefer the second option. So those, my friends, are the 10 truths that every college or soon-to-be college student should know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.